Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kat. Alrighty, so I'm going to be doing something really new, something I've never done before, and that is a TBR video. So I've never done a TBR video because I am a huge mood reader. Like, I don't even know what the next book it is that I'm going to be reading. I go off of like how I feel after what I'm currently reading, and then I choose my next book. So I'm definitely a huge mood reader, and I really don't like planning my books. This is just something new that I've always wanted to try. So I'm going to be doing my February TBR. For February, I decided to choose 5 books, and no particular reason, just like books that kind of caught my eye that I thought, okay, maybe I'll read this next. Like I said, I don't plan my next book, so I really don't know how to plan books ahead of time, but let's get right into it. So the first one I have here is Home Before Dark. This is by Riley Sager. I read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, and I did enjoy it, and I've heard great things about Home Before Dark as well. I believe this book is about a haunted house, and that's all I really know, so I'm definitely excited to get into this book. Then I have Smithsonian Intimate Guide to the Cosmos by Dana Barry, and this is basically a nonfiction book. It is about space and the universe, and I love books, nonfiction books that are about space, astronomy, the universe, astrophysics, stuff like that. I'm sure I mentioned it in my channel a million times, but I just love it, and there's just some really cool imagery in these kinds of books. So I feel like this is going to be a pretty short read, but also just an interesting read. I'm trying to incorporate more nonfiction into my reading. This has been sitting on my shelf for a while, so I decided to pick it up, and hopefully I enjoy it. The next one I have is Mr. and Mrs. Witch. This is by Gwenda Bond. I haven't heard anybody talk about this book. I really don't know much about this book other than she's a witch and he's part of a witch hunting organization, and they fall in love, but they don't know about each other's identity. And then on the day of their wedding, their identities get revealed to each other, and then they become like enemies, but then they have to band together for a mission. So I think it's like lovers enemies to lovers, something like that. I'm not quite sure, but I love witch books, and this has been on my shelf too, so I decided to give it a shot. Then I have Oblivion. This is by Kelly Craig. This is the 3rd book in the Nevermore series. The Nevermore series is a trilogy. I read the first 2 books like a couple years ago, and I had to put it down and didn't really want to continue with the rest of the series because it was getting really boring and dry. The reason I picked up the 3rd book is because I just want to finish the series, and I just want to close it off and not have like the 3rd book lingering around, so that's why I decided to read it. I don't really have high hopes for this 3rd book because the first 2 books were very, very average, even maybe a little below average, but I just want to read it so I can finish off the trilogy. The Nevermore series, if I can remember correctly, because it's been a couple years, is basically about Edgar Allan Poe's poetry coming to life, and the characters and everything in his poetry, they come to life. So I think that's what it's about. That's what I remember. Something about Edgar Allan Poe. Honestly, I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just ready to finish this trilogy. Then last but not least, I have Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This is by Laini Taylor. So this has no dust jacket, and that is because I bought this trilogy used, and the used copies had like torn dust jackets. It just looked very hideous, so I took off all the dust jackets. There's no point in having them. That's why they're naked. It looks a little weird, to be honest, but I don't mind it because all the books have nice colorful spines, so the spines are displayed nicely, so the dust jacket doesn't matter that much to me. The Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, I don't know much about it. It is a very popular YA fantasy, I believe, by Laini Taylor. She's a very well-known author as well. I do have Strange the Dreamer duology by her, which I'm also hoping to get into, but I kind of wanted to start off with this because I'm on a little bit of a fantasy kick right now. I'm excited to get into Laini Taylor's works because I've heard great things about her writing style. So yeah, hopefully I enjoy this too. Alrighty guys, that was my February TBR. It's not like the most exciting TBR, I'll be honest. I've seen a lot of other people's February TBRs, and they have like some really cool books on there. Again, I really suck at planning what I'm going to read next. I don't know if I'm going to even read the books I've mentioned, so that's how much of a mood reader I am. Anyways, let me know what you guys are reading for the month of February. I'm really excited to know. But other than that, take care of yourself, take care of everybody around you, and I will see you next time. Bye.